Hi friends, I would like to share a true story of my distant friend's father. He had a stroke. He was not able to recognize anybody. So by the time he recovered, almost decade and a half, he didn't recover. He didn't recognize anybody. And a lot changed. The generation changed. Society changed. Technology changed. One day he woke up to the reality in a new world. He became almost normal. He had a little bit of a drag in the foot and the hand, but he was all right. So it's like coming out from a coma. It's a new life. But he was 74. Only the age is 74. There's a little bit of ability problem, but he's still 55 in heart and mind. So now begins the story, which is quite humorous at certain parts. Hope you enjoy this true story. This 74 years man with a little different ability. He is now independent. Doesn't want to depend on anybody. Why? Why should I depend? So he went to a restaurant. So he went in. He took some dal, some chapatis, and he was waiting. The bill, as usual, never comes. He was waiting. He was getting restless. See, he's a busy man, That's his mindset. He doesn't want to waste time. So he went to the counter and took out his purse. And he took some money. Gave it. Sir, how did you like the lunch? Oh, it's lovely. Lovely after a long time. Sir, how do you feel about the atmosphere, the aura? It's very good. So how, any particular person you would like to compliment? No, everybody were good. Sir, my name is John, and his name is Prasad. Can you please send a good review, sir, on the Google? He looked at them like that and said, what? No, sir, we are apprentices. We're just getting under training. We would appreciate if you can pass a nice Google review on us. I'm John, he is Prasad, and it will help us in our job. Oh yeah, I appreciate. Give me a paper, I'll write it down. John and Prasad. Oh yeah, you've done a great job. You were really attending on me. Nicely, very nicely. It was very warm. Give me a paper. They both looked at each other and said, and Prasad comes and says, sir, we have Google reviews, sir. May I know your good name? I'm Abhishek. Sir, Abhishek, sir. Please go into your computer. No Google review. Please give us a Google review. And also, sir, if you possible, give me a star rating. He looked at these people and didn't understand which language they were speaking. Yes, he had a gap in his life. He can't admit it. The technology has changed. Almost it's like talking to another generation. He had only paper and pen. If he had to complain on anything, he used to use a postcard or an inland card in India, post it, and the action would have been coming back to him. He was using mails sometimes, and he didn't know what is his Google review. Then he said, no, give me the paper. Give me a paper. Do you have a pen, mister? Sir, Google review, sir. Okay, I'll just come. I have urgent work. I'm going to the bank. I'll just come. He walks up. And little does he understand that everything nowadays is cashless. Now once on the road, he just raises his hand and a taxi comes and stops. So he just waits. The taxi driver doesn't talk. He just opens the door. He said, what's going on? When I was all right, people used to talk to me. And he just gives up, sits down and reaches his destination. And then said, how much? Sir, 40. So again he takes, sorry sir, we have this, and he puts up a box. What is this box? So you don't know this, sir? No. We don't accept cash, please. I will stop by an ATM, you can draw it. Again he has a blank look. He's so lost. He's so new to the new world. The driver, you can also transfer it through your mobile. Then takes out the mobile, not a smartphone. So he calls up his daughter. She's busy. She's not answering. Calls up his son. He's not answering. Then he gets frantic. Calls up his son again. Luckily, he picks it up and says, Dad, what happened? This is the problem. What is this? What are you people doing here? What has changed? I don't feel good at all. His son says, Dad, just relax. And he calls up, he takes the number of the taxi driver and does the needful arrangement of transfer of money. Now next, the same 74 years old but 54 years in mind has a little toothache. So he goes to a hospital. Again, in the reception, sir, you have to pay. Sir, do you have cash? He puts the purse down and says, what happened to this world? What happened to this world in 14 years? I'm sick. I just recovered. What is this? Then the hospital manager and everybody come running and says, please sit down, sir. We will take care of it. And somehow they manage the payment and they send him to the dentist. The dentist there, he does the needful. And he says, how was the treatment, sir? No, I'm very happy. And you have done a very good job. Although you left me with a swollen cheek. But it's painless. I'm very happy. Thank you. And he starts to leave when the hospital staff rush behind him and says, don't forget to give the Google review. Again Google review? What's going on? What is this Google review? So don't worry, sir. Relax. You see this? Yeah, we saw it. This is a scanner. We can just scan this. Scan this. What should I do with a scan? What is... I know scanning of papers in the Xerox machines and other things. What is this? No, sir, you have to scan it and you can give you a Google review. He said, enough. And he says, give me a paper. I'll do all the compliment. You truly richly deserve it. But what is this? Why are you troubling a senior citizen who is out of touch? And he walks away. His children on their holiday sit with their father and teach him, Dad, you have lost touch. This is the world we live now. And they teach him everything. And finally, he becomes technically very smart now. Starts transferring little amounts of money. And then finally, he wants to prove his point. So he goes to the same restaurant which he went. Do you accept cards? And he goes, sits down, has his tummy full of good lunch which they serve, and goes back and says, okay, come on, you can scan it from the mobile. And all Prasad, John, all of them will be looking at him very proudly in a way that he has made up the pace which he had lost for years. And then they escort him to the taxi. And fortunately, the same taxi man comes, looks at him, this time comes and opens the door for him. He sits in the car, and while going this time, the taxi driver talks to him. And as words go between them, they converse. What's your name? I'm Ravindra Naik from Sri Lanka, sir. How are you? What happened last time? Why didn't you talk to me? Sir, nowadays no customer wants the driver to speak to them, sir. So we are supposed to be stiff and we are polite. But we have to not interfere or disturb the client. Maybe they will complain on us. Today's Google is a good and a bad thing, sir. One bad review, we will lose our job. I have a big family to feed, EMIs. So then the 55 years but 74 years little guy asks him, then don't you get bored just driving without talking to anybody? Sir, we are all developing. But we are not developing friendship. We are living in a world of loneliness. We work for 12, 13 hours. If we overspeed, my salary is cut by the company. If I do any problem for the vehicle, my salary is cut, sir. So we have to be very extra vigilant. Then 12 hours you go. Do you stop at places for your minimum washroom needs? Yes, sir. We can't waste time. We need clients to maintain our monthly budget. Because we are not paid a salary, sir. We are only paid a percentage of what we earn. The salary is a percentage dependent. Then finally he says, sir, you have come to your bank. Don't have to pay me, sir. Thank you for coming with me. He said, no, my son, show me your box. He calls it a box and then puts the card, it's paid. Then he gives something extra. He says, I'm so happy that you talked to me. And the driver says, I'm also happy, sir, for the love and affection you gave me. Next time when an elderly person comes, I will definitely open the door for them. And then they part ways. Then he goes to the other places where he had not been able to pay by card, pays everywhere, comes back, and then learns that he should better avoid paying by credit card when the bills come. That's a new lesson for him. Finally, this young man of 74 years reaches home, and his 2 children are waiting for him. And they all sit down over a cup of tea with biscuits. And he asks them, why is it so important to have Google reviews and Google star ratings? The very intelligent young son of his and daughter, both of them look at each other, smile, as if they have already discussed the same matter. They come out at once, Daddy, both of them, and they say, Daddy, when you were young, did you have churches, temples, mosques, shops, small and big hotels and small cafeterias? Yes. Did you have buses to travel on and taxis? Yes. Did you have traveling like, sometimes we all go together and trains and other things? Yes, of course. Daddy, when you were alone or you were with family, would you not talk to other families? Oh yeah, why not? Why not? We used to talk more than you people. You are all silent. Now, Daddy, tell me, what were you talking about? We had many topics. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, Daddy. What were you talking about? I was talking about many things. Were you talking about movies? Yes. Were you grading them? That's a good movie, there's a bad movie. Oh yeah. Were you grading any hotel where you went and what happened there, how they treated you, food is good or not? Any puncture shop, tire repair shop, car mechanic shop, or somebody is good or bad, or some doctor is good or bad, hospital is good or bad, something, clinics, something, anything, any business good or bad, were you not discussing? Oh yes, of course. Daddy, that is also Google review only. They made it a Google, they put Google, but basically they're all reviews. No, that day it was by word of mouth. Today it is word of typing, giving stars. Why? Because we will depend on the circulating vibration about a certain particular person or a business, and next time when we need it, we will go there. A shop we go, the business discriminates between us and others. Do you think we will go again? No. That's what, Daddy, that's what I'm saying. That is Google rating, Google reviews and star ratings. So that nowadays we don't have those ponds, people banging clothes on stones on the rivers and other places where people have ample time and talk. At religious places or even parks, food points and other things, we just have to, I want to go to a certain place, I'll just review it, I'll go. So this is as simple as it, Daddy. You're just upgrading yourself. You don't say you don't know it, you know it. You're just changing the name of the same technology which was very raw, now it's refined. Maybe our children will do something else which we don't know, Daddy. Relax. And they all had a nice laugh. And so, my friends, what I'm trying to say, today's younger generation will also become elderly tomorrow. So, today's technology, you may not be able to keep pace. There's a youngster whom I know. I was telling him, please learn all about artificial intelligence. Learn, don't fall behind. And he brushed it aside. Within 2 months, now everywhere, it's AI. So my message to all of you, including youngsters, including to myself, keep updated or get obsolete and perish. New blood will come, you will be not of value. This true story, if you all have enjoyed, give me a Google review.